Good morning everybody, welcome back to cilinixfxcapital. Hope you're all doing great and welcome to this new video right here on Bitcoin. We're going to do a full update after everything that happened yesterday. Now yesterday in the afternoon I still made an update, but obviously afterwards we had some severe bearish pressure, which I'm not completely sure anymore whether we spoke about that. I mean, I do think so. I mean, yesterday the main thing that we had, of course, yesterday was that the fundamental situation was still quite uncertain, and we were trying to get back into that value area right here. But I believe, this is what we talked about yesterday, is that the main level we needed to hold was this level right here at 102,500, and we were unable to do so, or at least we were unable to do so with strength. So then we got some further escalation and just in general, you know, at least no de-escalation in the situation between mainly the US and Iran right now. So we dropped down lower, which is not necessarily the worst, and like I said, that was also to be expected to a certain extent. The lowest we got to was right here at 98,400. Personally, just to give you full transparency, I started buying, and in the Signal group, which if you don't know, I have my own Signal group in which I share all of my trades. We started buying between 100,000 and 98,000, right? So in this area, I think we had an average price of 99,000. So I have bought Bitcoin, right? So I have a long position. It's spot, but still it's a long position on Bitcoin. So therefore, I might be a little bit biased, even though I'd like to think that I'm fairly unbiased. But all right, so talking about Bitcoin today, the most important level by far is still 102,500. All right, not only you can see right here, if we take a look at the TPO chart, right, which is something I'm trying to incorporate a little bit more into these analysis. It can give you an amazing view of Bitcoin, especially on the lower time frames. You can see we have a naked POC at 102.5, so I'd like to see that not only be hit, like we hit the single print right here, but also to be reclaimed. That would be an amazing sign of strength. But outside of that, I mean, if you go to the higher time frames right here on Bitcoin, 102,500 is also the value area low. We just need to break into that if we want to get back into this balance right here between 102,500 and 108,000. All right, the only way we can remain stable and prevent a move down lower, which would, like, if we actually get, if we're unable to reclaim this balance right here, and we get a further escalation, just to prepare you for what's possible, then we could actually drop down quite low, right? I mean, I personally have spot limit orders still much lower, and for now, I actually do think it's most likely that 100,000 and 98,000 as bottom, but let's say 98,000 as a bottom, will hold, but we could still spike down into that, and if there's severe escalation, we could drop down much lower as well. So take that into account when setting limits, when trading altcoins as well. Take that into account. But for now, like I said, the big question is as well, can we do that? The start of this move here for Bitcoin, if you take a look at it right here, I need to refresh this real quick though. The start of this move was shorts being closed. That's what you can see right here. And then afterwards, and you can see that right now, some new shorts have been opened, shorts and longs. So today is going to be crucial in a day to see, can we actually continue that bidding that we saw start yesterday evening, or are we going to get a further drop down? Which another key level to watch for that, in my opinion, would be this level right here around 100,000. 100,000 and 100,500, right? So it seems quite likely right now on the lower time frames that we'll drop down into that, get a strong reaction there, and that's still good news, and then we can still reclaim 102,500. But 102,500 is by far the most important level to watch. If we're unable to break that within the next 2 days, we're going to drop down lower, and we probably will drop down much lower very quickly if we don't do that. And all of this obviously depends on the fundamentals. This is something I'll keep you updated on as well. Equities have opened a little bit higher, I would say, and I have that here to my left. Gold and oil have opened. Well, gold has pulled back, oil has opened a little bit higher, but it's also not much higher, so the fundamentals are actually quite good. So that would indicate that we would be able to reclaim 102,500, so I have a slight bias towards expecting that, but on the short term, like to end this analysis, I do think we'll have a bit of a pullback here, test that level around 100,000, and then from there I think we'll be able to reclaim that. But like I said, I mean, that is also dependent on the fundamentals, and that is something, unfortunately, I cannot predict. But that is something that's what I think you need to know for now. So if you do have any questions, let me know down in the comments. Take care and bye.